In tonight's headlines, Gymnasium chain physical fitness announces an unexpected temporary shutdown of all branches across the city after 38 years in business. Hongkongers scrambled to get back to work after the Observatory lowered the number 8 Northeast Gale Storm Signal at 12:40 p.m. today. And Team Hong Kong secure a gold and a silver on the day 8 of the Paralympics in Paris.
Physical fitness, an enduring local gym chain, announced today an unexpected temporary shutdown for all branches across the city after 38 years in business. Making the statement on its website, the company cited high rents for the decision, but added that talks between a new investor and landlords to reopen existing fitness centers are underway. It also promised to continue providing membership services after reopening.
But
gym members are still concerned. This man said he still has 30 years left on his membership, adding he was worried if the new owner would require him to rejoin after the acquisition. The announcement came after the mandatory Provident Fund Schemes Authority received complaints from 2 gym employees about unpaid contributions in June and July. The pension regulator then demanded the fitness chain settle about $3 million in outstanding contributions for 740 employees, warning that legal action may ensue if the past due is not settled. Founded in 1986, the company said it had as many as 23 branches across Hong Kong, serving over 500,000 clients. But a list of its branches on the website indicated a shrinking business, with the number of locations reduced to 14 by this month. Also bogged down in financial disputes, Fiscal's rival Pure Fitness was accused of failing to pay the rent and a management fee of its branch in Central, involving a sum of about $13.59 million. Quentin Yang, Cable News.
With the typhoon signal lowered to number 3 at 12:40 p.m., it meant that wage earners in the city had to rush back to work after a half-day typhoon holiday. As the observatory had pre-announced that the signal would be lowered by then, many citizens left home early and long queues were spotted at multiple bus stops shortly after noon. Some buses were already full at midway stops at around 1 p.m., prompting the staff to cut off the queues. This man said the time that signal number 8 changed was inappropriate, because if the observatory lowered it after 2 p.m., people could have an extra half-day off. Many major MTR interchange stations were packed with passengers as well. At Tai Wai Station, staff had to maintain order as trains became too overcrowded. At Hang Hou Station, this woman said even a half-day typhoon holiday was good, and the observatory need to improve their timing announcements. Admiralty Station was also busy, with all the escalators in the interchange halls activated for people to change trains, and the MTR has increased the frequency of train services to ease the flow of passengers. Evelyn Bai, Cable News. The Airport Authority had activated the flight rescheduling control system to facilitate the restoration of flights today, with 778 landing and departing slots assigned for the entire day, about 80% of that of a normal day. The airport operator said flight operations at the city's airport remained largely smooth during the number 8 signal, after 50 flights were cancelled. Stephen Yu, Airport Authority's Executive Director of Airport Operations, said over 1,000 employees stayed overnight at the airport, including more than 500 who were on the passenger care team, to ensure smooth operation this morning, so no long queues were spotted at the terminal. The airport had also set up a temporary rest area with 500 seats, mobile charging facilities and other supplies such as water. Yu said, Many travelers spent the night at the airport as they were worried about the morning traffic, leading to the rest area fully occupied. Most passengers were largely content with the arrangement.
機場都有嗰啲派發嗰啲餅乾啊、水啊俾我哋啦。
They provided us with snacks and water and also seats for us to take rest. That's quite enough, said the passenger. She added that they had been well taken care of, as long as you don't ask for too much. This passenger just got off from his flight from London and planned to rest a bit while figuring out his next steps.
That's great. Anywhere extra to take a rest is good.
The authority reminded travelers to double-check flight status before departure to allow enough traveling time. Evelyn Bai, Cable News.
Strong wind signal number 3 is in force as Super Typhoon Yagi made landfall near Hainan and keeps moving further away from the city. The signal, in effect since 12:40 p.m., will remain in force for some time. During the time when signal number 8 was in place, authorities received 119 reports of fallen trees and 1 confirmed case of flooding in Shangshui, as well as 1 landslide report. 5 men and 4 women were injured in the typhoon and sought medical treatment at public hospitals. Meanwhile, a bamboo scaffolding was found hanging off the exterior of a commercial building on Kimberley Road in Gymnasium, prompting police to cordon off the area to avoid possible injury caused to pedestrians. The Observatory said the rain bands associated with Yagi will still affect the vicinity of Pearl River estuary today and tomorrow at first, bringing squally showers to the city. Showers will be heavy at times at first, with violent gusts.
Super Typhoon Yagi made landfall at 4:20 p.m. at the city of Wenchang, Hainan, as it forced more than 1 million evacuations, shuttered schools and businesses, disrupted travel, and raised alarms about the risks of landslides and floods. With maximum wind speeds exceeding Category 17, which is 62 meters per second. It was the strongest typhoon to hit China this year so far, and the most powerful storm to hit Hainan in a decade. In Wenchang, the wind further strengthened, leading to many trees collapsed and areas flooded. Heavy rainfall occurred in most parts of Hainan, with some towns and villages experiencing heavy downpour. More than 410,000 people in Hainan and 670,000 in Guangdong have been evacuated from their homes. The authorities continued to implement 6 halts, which included suspending classes, work, transport, flights, parks, and businesses. Yagi is expected to enter the Gulf of Tonkin between tonight and tomorrow morning after passing through Wenchang, Haikou, and Chiang Mai, and make landfall again in the northern Vietnam as a weaker storm tomorrow afternoon.
You just follow us, okay?
Okay, let me change.
The former mayor of a small town in the Philippines, who was allegedly involved in illegal online gaming activities, money laundering, human trafficking, and fraud, was arrested in the Indonesian capital Jakarta and brought back to Manila after several weeks on the run. The scandal surrounding 34-year-old Alice Guo had captivated the country for months as lawmakers probed further into how a first-time politician amassed large amount of assets within just 2 years after being elected to public office. Guo first hit the spotlight 2 years ago when she ran for the post of mayor of Bamban, a small town in Tarlac province about 100 kilometers north of Manila. Lawmakers have also accused Guo of being a Chinese national and forging her Filipino citizenship. A few senators suggested she may be working as a Chinese spy. Her alleged online gaming business mostly catered to clients from mainland China. Guo speaks fluent Tagalog, and although she claims to be born in the Philippines, many parts of her life story do not add up, as she does not have any childhood friends who could vouch for her. Guo has denied any wrongdoing and is willing to cooperate with the authorities. Sachin Kadwi, Cable News.
In Paris, Team Hong Kong secured another gold and a silver medal in the boccia games early this morning, Hong Kong time, taking the SAR's medal tally to 5 at this year's Paralympics boccia event. In their face-off with South Korea in the boccia 3 mixed pairs final, star bowlers Ho Yun-Kei and Che Ta-Kwa emerged victorious with a score of 5-3. The duel started off strong, scoring a 3-0 lead in the first end. Though the Korean pair tied the score in the second, Ho and Che seized the opportunity of their loss at a critical ball to win the third, and then finish it off in the fourth frame for the final margin. Meanwhile, Ho, a three-time Paralympian who had also won her individual event, concluded her trip to France with 2 golds. In another event, Annie Chen and Liang Yugwen won silver in the boccia 4 gold medal match. After a 1-6 defeat to sibling duel, Lydie and Adelson Chica from Colombia. In the hard-fought battle, Chen and Leung could only score 1 point during the fourth frame from the top-ranked Colombians. The silver marks veteran bowler Leung, who is in his 6th Paralympics, 7th medal, and a first-time Paralympian Chen 2nd. With today's victories, the Hong Kong team has risen to the top of the boccia medal table at this year's Games, accumulating 3 golds and 2 silvers. Overall, the SAR has garnered 3 golds, 4 silvers, and a bronze at this year's Games. Chief Executive John Lee and Secretary for Culture, Sports and Tourism Kevin Yuan congratulated the SAR athletes for bringing glory to the city with their remarkable feat at the Games. Quentin Yang, Cable News.